This came up a number of years ago when we took a lead nationally submitting briefs to defend legislative prayer. There were a number of people who didn't think it was appropriate in a public building or to open up a legislative session to allow legislative prayer to occur. Now, as someone who is a lawyer and who cares very passionately about the Constitution and the Establishment Clause and the Free Exercise Clause, we do have to have separation of church and state. But we also must have the free exercise of religion. And people forget that second part. When we got involved in that case where we succeeded to allow legislative prayer to continue, and now is allowed to continue across the country, it was because we recognized that distinction. And that faith and prayer and spirituality have played an amazing role in our country's history and must continue to play a critical role going forward. Because if we leave our faith and we leave our prayers behind, you're going to start to see our communities, our spirituality devolve. None of us can have that. Now, our defense of faith, all of us are involved in it every day. In December, we were engaged on an issue where in Maryland, not far from here, a couple hours Bladensburg, where people who lacked faith are trying to tear down a cross, the Peace Cross in Bladensburg, a memorial to honor our veterans. Many argued that that monument, because it was in the shape of a cross, was in violation of the Constitution. We saw it a little bit differently. We brought together many states across our country, and we've submitted briefs, and we're defending this memorial the same way we defend prayer, because we know that there is a purpose for having honor to defend our servicemen, and that there still is a separation, that just because there may be a faith-based message contained within, that doesn't mean that it violates separation of church and state. Right. So today, though, we gather and we appreciate the freedoms that we have to pray and to express our faith freely. This is a day where we lift each other up in prayer and love, while recognizing that we're all part of a larger spiritual family around the world.